Hello there. So over the next few days, we're going to be working on this Yamato Industrial Serger. This model happens to be a DCZ 3401, and it's been really, over the few decades that we've had it, my wife's used it, been a great machine, but it needs some preventative maintenance and some repair. So the first thing I want to say is it's important to have two documents with your Yamato model. There's the parts and the instruction for adjusting. Now this came when we bought the machine a few decades ago from a curtain factory in Fall River, Massachusetts, but we didn't have the instruction for adjusting and operating, which is really probably more important. And if you don't have this, you need to go to their webpage, which is yamatosewing.com, and just request in the contact information, send an email, fill out the information and that you need, whichever one of these, both of them, one of them, tell them what you need, and they'll send you a PDF via your email. So pretty straightforward. So the first thing to do is unplug the serger, and then loosen up this bolt here that connects to the motor, the half horsepower, so in cases sometimes 3/4, mostly half horsepower, and then you're lifting it up, lifting it up, and then with the other hand removing the pulley, the belt from the pulley. Pretty straightforward. And then also disconnecting the presser foot from the back, and that comes up through a hole down there and attaches to this bar here, which moves your presser foot upward as it's pressed. But that's in another video that I've done on working the presser foot and getting that optimally working correctly. So we're ready to pull this from its lower level, and we're going to put it right here and over the edge, undo the screws and drain the oil. That hasn't been done in probably more than 20 years. And check the filters, because we do have a problem where we see no oil coming up that little red tube into the underside of this viewing window. So the oil is clogged somewhere along the line. So we got a few things to do, and it's been cutting pretty bad. Can't cut through thick stuff, so we're going to change the upper knife, and we're going to change the lower knife, or sharpen it, or maybe change it, depending if I have the part. So that's what we're going to do over the next few days. So let me pause this now, get the serger to the edge of the table, and drain the oil and see what that looks like, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we have it over the edge of the table a little bit. You can see the feet half off. Be very careful, because the machine weighs about 50 to 55 pounds. You undo two of the screws, here and here. This is a secondary reservoir. You're gonna have to tilt this up to get all the oil out. The oil looks pretty yellow, but and I'm putting in white oil, so it's interesting how that's changed color, but maybe it's oxidation or something. But I'm gonna drain it and then put it on its side. So we'll pause it here, let it drain. Okay, so now we're letting it drain, and then I'm going to tilt it so that we can get the remainder. And it's slippery because it's splashed, so you got to be careful here. And again, 50 pounds, so be as careful as you can not to let it slip and fall. So again, we have two screws, one of that secondary reservoir and then the primary larger reservoir. Okay, so we're gonna tilt that back, and then we're gonna, these are convenient because we can, oh boy, there's a good puddle here. Let me just see if I can stop the flow of this. There's some fabric here. Okay, and then we're gonna tilt it up to work. Let's see if you can see that down there. Okay, so that's what I did, is I tilted it up so that we can now, I also noticed a leak. It's been leaking a little bit, slow leak. Maybe we can find out where that's coming from. Maybe it's the seals, but essentially we have 4 screws, bolts. Oh, all right, yeah, 4 to take out, and this lower cast iron casement will come off and it'll expose the filter, 2 filters. So we'll stop here, and then we'll pick up when I get them. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so this is our hex wrench, and you gotta find the one that fits. I don't know the particular size, but when it's hard to get, I kind of just, there we go, just kind of loosen that up, and we'll go through it, and then you can kind of straighten it out to the long end and kind of just work that screw. I also get containers so you can put these screws in. The last thing you want to do is lose these. I mean, it is American standard, so it's not too bad, but length, and that could be a problem. So, you know, I have a little container that, just knock that over. But hold on. Okay, so I have a little container for some of the screws and a bigger container for the other ones, but let's get this one off and see if we can't see what we can accomplish in this. We might need a part 2 to do all what we have to do, so bear with me. Okay, let's see, we're almost there. 4 bolts, that's all it is, just 4 bolts to remove this bottom. Now let's see how easy this is gonna. Oh, this one's an easy one. Okay, and well, we got a lot of debris and a lot of, wow, look at this. Can you see all that? And that is like just, but to be honest with you, the filter is pretty clean, so that's surprising that I'm not getting any. I would have suspected that this was gonna be really, really gunked up on the internal piece. Let me just get a flashlight here, kind of find out, like, so I'm now, I'm confused as to how this one has such little, where my flashlight is. I may have to cut out to get a flashlight so that you can better see. So let me stop here. Okay, so as you can see, this filter right here that's housed right underneath the oil pump is extremely clean, which is surprising because I had a machine that I had just done and it was 50% obscured, and then this filter that we're gonna undo was also obscured on the inside. The seal looks really good too, so I don't have to take this off. Now if this was encrusted and caked with fibers, you would have undone these four screws, taken this out, and then wash that out, jet it out, get whatever is stuff on here. But I'm telling you, this is so clean, I don't even think I need to remove it. But maybe I will anyway, but I won't make it part of the video unless on the inside, which it can't be. So now I'll take a look at that, and then I'll remove this screen, because it drops down, the fluid drops down in this direction, and it captures any debris on this side, but I doubt that that's gonna be the case with this one. So we'll work through it, but this is surprisingly clean compared to the other, except for the pan. You saw the gunk on that, so we're gonna clean out the pan, and we're gonna stop here. I'll undo these 2 and see if there's anything worth showing you.